Hey everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot. This is your sneak peek for 2026. Each of the zodiac signs will have their own video. I've set the intentions to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. So I do encourage you to view all 4 of them. If you're not sure what your placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. I will be doing more in-depth quarterly readings for members of the Time Travelers program. And if you don't know what that is or you'd like to become a member, you can also find more information about that in the description box. Remember, these are general collective readings, not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that don't fully resonate, and if that happens, it's okay. It just means that one message is meant for someone else. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't, and be sure to check out your other placements. With all of that said, let's begin. Hello Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Let's take a look now at your overall energy for 2026. For Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the overall energy for Taurus for 2026? Okay. We'll take what fell out. You have chaos and conflict, and you have between worlds. At the bottom of the deck, you have time for a nap. Okay. In love for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the overall energy here for Taurus in respect to love? Overall energy for Taurus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have forgiveness. And at the bottom of the deck, you have purpose. And in career and finance for Taurus, career and finance for Taurus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have frame, steady income, organizing, and accomplishments. And at the bottom of the deck, you have clover, lucky break. All right, let's get into tarot now. For Taurus, we are clarifying chaos and conflict, card number 33, and between worlds, card number 3. Some of you could be a life path 3, 6, or 9. So we're clarifying chaos and conflict, card number 33, between worlds, card number 3, forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And then frame, steady income, organizing, and accomplishments. Tell me more about this here for Taurus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the 3 of Wands. We have the 6 of Cups. We have the 10 of Swords. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the Strength card. At the bottom of the deck, Taurus, you have the Moon, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords. That leaves the 2 of Cups, 4 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like your overall energy this year is the feeling of, I want new. I think you want new. I think you have been dealing with chaos and conflict. I think something that you thought was one thing ended up being another. Because we see here in this photo, this actually isn't a horse. It's like really a zebra. So there's something here of you realizing something actually isn't exactly what you thought it was. And then it's like you're in between worlds, leaving something that was chaotic or created some level of conflict or discord here in your life. And it looks like you are choosing to make this is an active decision on your part to change your life. We have the 3 of Wands here. That is astrologically the placement of Sun in Aries. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So that's that feeling like I want to get out of chaos and conflict. And I want new in my life. I want to move forward. I don't want to feel stuck anymore. Let's take a look at that card. You have the Hierophant. That is your energy, Taurus. So this is a decision here that you're making. Tell me more about the 3 of Wands. Why is the 3 of Wands here for Taurus this year? One more shuffle. Thank you. The 3 of Wands is clarified by the 2 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the 6 of Swords. Wow, bottom of the deck, 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something here in your life, whether it's career and finance, love and romance, or just something else. Could even be a living situation for some of you. And I say that because 3 Wands plus the Ace of Wands is 4 Wands, which could, in this respect, be talking about house and home. But there's something here to yourself. You've been going back and forth on this for a while. And I think what you are deciding to do here is to move on from it. I feel like 2026 is more of a transitional year for you, Taurus. It's like you're making the decision. And then with that Ace of Pentacles, I feel like then you're creating a plan or a path forward. I don't think what you have been sitting in has been the greatest. With that Moon to the Five of Pentacles, there's a lot of either feeling like you're in financial lack or emotional lack. There's a lot of uncertainty here about the future growth of something in your life. There's a lot of ambiguity here. And I think for a long time you have been sitting in this Two of Swords, not knowing when or how you should move on from whomever or whatever this is. So I feel like 2026 is more like the year where you make the decision and then you begin to transfer yourself into a new world. But I don't think you're firmly in the new life yet, or the new job yet, or the new relationship yet. So yeah, I feel like this is more like you conclusively making the decision and then almost like rebuilding your life in some aspect. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. Tell me about the Ace of Wands here. One more shuffle. Thank you. I'm going to be honest with you. The feeling I'm getting here, some of you just feel bored. Some of you just feel like life has been too boring. It's been too chaotic and I want some more fun in my life. I want to travel. I want to go to concerts. You know, the Ace of Wands, like I want to do something creative. I want to bring the spark back into my life. So if you're a Taurus and you can look back at 2025 and be honest and say, I really didn't get out much or do much or experience much of life, that I definitely think is changing for you in 2026. We have the Chariot card, we have the King of Wands, and we have the Empress. There you are. I knew it. That was the feeling. Four of Wands. Some of you may be purchasing a home this year. I can absolutely see you doing that with the energy here on the table. And there's something here like, this is mine. I don't know what that means. It's probably for only one of you watching. There's something here like, this is mine. But there's a lot of travel here. A lot of travel. There's concerts. There's going to events. You're taking the inspired action to do this. I feel like I've tapped into a group of you. You're tired of watching life go by. I don't think you want to be a bystander in your life anymore. This seems to be a grab the bull by the horns. No pun intended. You are the bull of tarot, but this is something like, I want to move forward, nurture my life in a new way. Yeah, I think you're coming out of a very dark time, sad time, chaotic time, and it looks like you're moving towards happiness here. Again, I just feel like it's transitory in nature. There is forgiveness here in terms of your romantic partnerships. Tell me about that Six of Cups here for Taurus. Tell me about the Six of Cups. When we're clarifying forgiveness, Six of Cups and Ace of Pentacles, it's almost like during the course of 2026, it's like you realize that is the key to moving forward, either in an existing partnership or just in a new romantic partnership. It's almost like you unlock the key here and you're like, you know what, I have to forgive the past. Whatever happened. I don't want to carry that resentment with me forward. Whether you're going to keep this person in your life or not, you know, will be different for all of you. But there's something here like, just in order to move forward and maybe to bring some more happiness back into your life, there seems to be here like, I just kind of have to let the past go. Tell me about the Six of Cups. Tell me about the Six of Cups here for Taurus. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Six of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Two of Wands. I think you had or have, it'll be different for all of you. I don't know where you are in the timeline. I think you, in respect to partnerships, you either just got out of a partnership like this or this is your current partnership. And it looks like in 2026, you are giving a lot of consideration to whether or not you want to open your heart back up to this person. Now that could be open up your heart back to this person because you're forgiving them for their Seven of Swords behavior. Some type of lying, deception, possibly cheating here took place in the connection. And this could be you saying, you know, in order for me to move forward, either in this connection or in a new connection, I need to forgive this person for what they did. So there is forgiveness here on the table. Some of you will be re-engaging with this individual in that Knight of Cups energy. Others of you are deciding to move towards a new relationship, but it's almost like you want to forgive the past so you don't carry that with you into the new one. That seems to be the decision here that you're making. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles here for Taurus. Tell me about that Ace of Pentacles here for Taurus. So either way, This isn't so much about your partner or the past partner. This seems to be more about you deciding to let something go just so you can free yourself of it. I feel like it's been a very heavy emotional burden on you, what this person has done to you. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles here for Taurus. One more shuffle. Thank you. We also have purpose at the bottom of the deck. So I think a lot of you in this stage of forgiveness here with this individual, there's also something here like you now understanding, or you will have clarity this year about why this person was or is in your life. It's like you finally understand the lessons that you had to learn from their Seven of Swords behavior. I feel like I'm tapped into a group of you in love and romance. You're going to show up very differently now moving forward in your connections because of whatever this individual here has done. Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. Remember, this is just a general sneak peek for 2026. Most of you are forgiving this person, but letting them go with love. And I say that because I have the Nine of Swords, which is worry, doubt, fears, anxieties, being clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, someone who is working on themselves to what? Nine of Pentacles, become single, free, and independent of this individual. I don't know if all of you are really closing this out in 2026, or if you are in between worlds and it's going to take you a year or two, especially like if you're married or maybe you have resources tied up with this person. It might take you a little longer if you have to divorce them or, you know, split assets or something like that. But there is a judgment call here being made on the Taurus collective for most of you to become single, free, and independent of this individual. However, you're not only letting them go, you're also letting go of any resentment or bad feelings you had towards them because of what they did. And I think you're realizing the purpose here was for you to know your worth, because the Nine of Pentacles is someone who's, that's not a codependent energy. That's not someone who stays in a connection because what will the neighbor say, or for financial resources. This is someone who is solid. And this is Taurian energy, right? This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So I think at some point in time in 2026, you're going to look back and realize you are a very different Taurus. And that's thanks in part to the betrayal here that appears that you survived and now will be thriving from as a result. So was that lesson a hard lesson for you? It was. Are you a very different, stronger Taurus now because of it? Absolutely. And for those of you where you are letting this person go, I do think that you're opening up yourself to someone new this year as well. I'll pull you cards for that. Now, in terms of finances, you have steady income, organizing, and accomplishments. This card a lot of the times speaks to someone who is self-employed. And then the Clover card says risky business, good fortune, lucky break, take a chance. So for some of you, it's quite possible here that by the time you get to Leo season, there's an ending here at the current place of employment. A lot of you will be working for someone else, but I've also tapped into a group of you. You are going to become financially self-sufficient on your own. Either you're opening up your own business. There's some kind of achievement here in that frame that you're receiving. Oh, tell me more about this Ten of Swords here for a career and finance. I think some of you are going out on your own. I've tapped into a group of you. You're either going to change jobs or you're going to become business owners this year. And if you're currently a business owner, I think you are radically changing how you currently conduct your business. Like by Leo season, it's different. The Death card and the Eight of Cups fell out of the deck. And then you have Judgment. So bottom of the deck, Nine of Wands. I've tapped into a group of you where your current place of employment, for those of you who are employed, you are overworked, you are overstressed, you are underpaid. We have no pentacles here, and that's a very bad sign, especially in a Taurus reading. So I feel like this is a job that has consistently taken advantage of your good nature and has underpaid you. This is a job where every day when you have to show up for work, you already feel wounded at 8 a.m. when you're saying good morning to everyone for the first time. I think you want to be happy at work. I don't think you're looking to make the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, everyone's looking, I suppose, to make the Ten of Pentacles. This seems to be more for you, not so much financially related. This seems to be more emotionally related. Like, okay, I'm grateful for the money that I make, but it's like, God damn it, can you just like show some respect for me here at work? So I feel like I'm tapping into a group of you where that chaos and conflict could actually be in regards to your profession. And I think you're making the judgment call this year that by Leo or Scorpio season, you want to get out. For some of you, you're going to start a new business venture or start looking for new jobs in Leo season. By the time you get to Scorpio season, I mean, we have the Eight of Cups here flanked by 2 Scorpio cards. The Death card and Judgment. So there's something here like by the time you get to Scorpio season in 2026, I don't think you're at this current place of employment. Some of you are looking for a new job in Leo season. Some of you are starting your own business in Leo season. That Five of Pentacles is screaming at me like this is a job that's just not paying you well. Not paying you well and not paying you for what you bring to the table. Let's get 3 cards for my Tauruses who are looking for a new job in Leo season or by Leo season. One more shuffle here. Thank you. For those of you looking for a new job by or in Leo season, we have the Sun, which is a Leo card. We have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Seven of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Wands. Yeah, I think you've had it with the job that you're at. This message is resonating for you. You have multiple job offers coming into strength. I just heard, what is that? Nothing's going to stop you from finding a new job. So something's occurring here on the work front. If it hasn't already, it looks like you've had enough by Leo season. You're looking for new job opportunities, and you have at least 7 opportunities coming in for you in Leo season. And then I do see you moving on with at least 1 of them. Can we get 3 cards for my Tauruses who are contemplating opening up a business before or during Leo season? 3 cards for Tauruses looking to open up a business before or during Leo season. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Nine of Cups, you have the King of Pentacles, and you have the Three of Pentacles. This is lovely. Bottom of that, King of Swords. For those of you contemplating opening up your own business, you are definitely doing that. You could be doing this with someone else. There is a collaboration here. This makes you very happy. And you're making a hell of a lot more money. And this is like, I now control all the money, right? And you control all the incoming money, how it's dispersed, who it's going to. I think you feel way more financially secured as a result of doing this leap. So if you're looking to start your own business in the first 7 or 8 months of the year, it looks like you're sitting pretty by the 9th month. I mean, by the time we get to September, your general feeling here is like, I did the right thing. It might take me a little bit to fully get it off the ground in that Three of Pentacles, but you seem to be very pleased with yourself. For those of you where you currently have a business and you're making a determination here, something's got to give. Maybe sales are down. The products are no longer being accepted like they used to be or purchased. Your products or services by the public. It looks like you're making a judgment call on or before Leo season to rapidly change the business model. It's like I want to do it fast. 3 cards for my Tauruses who are business owners and the changes they're making between now and Leo season. What do we have? We have the Page of Swords, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the Magician. Beautiful energy. So between now and Leo season, if you are a business owner, it looks like you're discovering something new. This could be new ways to market or advertise. It could also be new products or services you want to introduce. This brings an incredible amount of money. What a boost here in your finances. If you're a business owner, you're going from 5 of Pentacles to 10 of Pentacles this year, all because of something new here that you inquired or learned about. It looks like you're manifesting changes. You're working shoulder to shoulder with the divine to implement these changes in your business. And I got to tell you, you are beating out your competition here. So I don't know what you're changing up here, but 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, and that Queen of Wands, this is unstoppable energy. Be careful you don't burn yourself out for those of you who currently are business owners. But this looks fantastic for you in terms of career and finance. I don't like the company that you're currently at or the one that you're leaving, but I definitely like where you are headed. Taurus, I'm going to grab 3 cards for you. I want to further clarify the Moon, the 5 of Swords, and the 2 of Swords, and then we're going to take a dip back. A dip back. Maybe that's something someone says who watches this. I've never used that before. But we're going to dip back into that connection for you, for those of you where you are dealing with someone who has done that to you. We'll see where that goes in 2026. Can you clarify the Moon, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords here for Taurus for 2026? One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Empress, your energy, the Nine of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Hermit. I think you're all changing your jobs this year. I have to be honest with you. This is definitely a feeling like I thought about it enough. I'm getting to work. I'm getting to work to find another job. I'm getting to work to open up my own business, or I'm getting to work to change my business model. By Virgo season, the financial structure of your life will have changed. And I do believe it's an improvement for most of you watching. But those changes are occurring because you're choosing to change. You're choosing to find another job, or like I said, launch your own business, or maybe even change a business model that you currently have. Let's take a look at that connection there where we had the Six of Cups to the Seven of Swords. Excuse me, Taurus. I'm still getting over my cold, but I still have this nasty cough. Can we clarify the Six of Cups to that Seven of Swords there for Taurus? One more shuffle here. Thank you. This is being clarified by the Nine of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have Queen of Wands, the Devil, and the Nine of Cups. Clarify that Knight of Cups here for Taurus, please. Clarify that Knight of Cups for Taurus. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Knight of Cups is clarified by the Hangman, the Knight of Wands, and the Fool card. Bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles. The general feeling that I get here is that after a lot of thought and consideration, you're choosing to move in a new direction from this person. I do think for most of you, not all, right, because I don't know your individual stories. It's a collective general reading. But for most of you, this is departing with, I don't want to say love or affection, but it looks like you are leaving this connection behind. So this seems to be more like friend zoning this individual, like we're going from the Three of Cups, where at some point in time we were a collaborative unit, we were harmonized, to the Three of Pentacles. We're just kind of becoming like friends or acquaintances. So I do see for most of you that Hangman, the Knight of Wands, and then the Fool card. It looks like you're moving on from this individual and into a new connection in 2026. That's only for those of you who are currently in the connection. You're dealing with the Seven of Swords. You know what I mean? There's no repair taking place. It looks like after a lot of consideration, you're sort of choosing like, I'm going to friend zone this person. I'm going to forgive them for what they've done because I just don't want to bring that resentment into my new chapter here. Tell me about that Ace of Pentacles. So if you're a single Taurus, I do think you're entering a new connection this year. If you're leaving someone like that, you already have, or you know you're going to this year, I do think there's a new relationship here in your life. Tell me about that Ace of Pentacles for Taurus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Hermit, the Empress, and the Eight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Tower. Some of you are meeting this person at work or through work. And then we have the Ace of Cups, which is new love. I love the Ace of Cups. Oh, Taurus, you've got the Ace of Cups to the Emperor, and you showed up as the Empress here. I think you're meeting a extra, if you're single and you've left behind or you're leaving behind this person, at some point in time, you find yourself single in 2026, you're meeting either a hell of a soulmate or your divine counterpart. Some of you are already in a relationship with this person, but this is your ex. You know what I mean? Like you're officially closing out this connection, but you're already involved in this one. This is beautiful energy. I mean, by the time you get to, I was going to say Pluto season. By the time you get to Scorpio season, you're in this relationship, or if you're already in it, I mean, it's really blossoming. So that does appear here. Some of you have an ex or a soon-to-be ex. It looks like things are getting cleared up. That's what it looks like. So yeah, I've tapped into a group of you. There's an ex. It looks like you're going to minimize your communication with this person over the course of this year as you start to enter this connection. And for others of you, this is an ex where you're sort of, I don't know, tying up loose ends or something like that. Hangman to the Knight of Wands there. It's almost like it's, for some reason, it's taking you a while to fully disengage from this person. It's like you want to, but you can't. So I don't know if there's kids involved. Like, I don't know. Maybe you're trying to friend zone them, keep them as a friend. I don't think this person is going to be in your life in 2027. I feel a very slow disconnection here happening over the course of 2026, while a new connection is either entering your life or like blossoming and blooming if it's currently in your life. I hope that's making sense for someone watching. There's definitely an ex here who's not going to be on your future timeline. Anything else Taurus needs to know about their emperor or empress here? I mean, this is twin flame. This is very strong soulmate connection. One more shuffle here. Thank you. About this, I'll just call it the newer relationship, because for most of you, I do think you have an ex here leaving. You have the Six of Wands. I love that. That's victory, success, the Four of Cups, and the World card. Yeah, it's like victory and success in a new relationship as one is closing out or has closed out for you. I think you are rejecting having someone from your past come in, and I think you're moving forward with someone new. That appears to be what is happening here, Taurus, in 2026. Let's get you some cards from the Infinity Oracle deck, and then we will close it out with some advice. Yeah, I get the feeling this person, because I've got the Fool card and the World card. I mean, for some of you, it's almost like you have this new relationship while you're still closing this one out, because the Fool card's like starting the new relationship, but then the World card's like that still has to be closed out. So maybe I'm speaking to a Taurus where you're going through a divorce or something like that, maybe for one of you watching, but you would know that already if you're in that type of relationship, like you're already separating or you're in the middle of divorce. It's like you're finding someone new, and then this past one closes out. For others of you, you're moving forward with this relationship, but by the time you get to 2027, it's like you're making a determination here to, I almost want to say, cease or halt communication with this person. I don't think you're harboring any resentment or animosity. You're letting them go in that Knight of Cups. And it's like you're forgiving them, but you've realized that they have no more purpose in your life, is the feeling that I get here. Can we get 3 Oracle cards here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for 2026? One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have hidden emotions. You have listened to your intuition. And you have manifest. Well, I think you're definitely manifesting money. Some of you are manifesting a new love partner. Absolutely. I think you're listening to your intuition about this past person. I do. And I think you're moving on from them in 2026. Again, you seem to be between worlds here. So you're leaving something behind in 2026. And it looks like if you're manifesting a soulmate or a divine partnership of some kind, you either already have that or you will have that in 2026. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. I see that dazed and confused. I feel like this is in regards to career and finance. It is. You're going to regain your financial footing here, Taurus, in 2026. Like I said, changing jobs, opening up your own business, or restructuring a current company that you have. 3 cards of advice here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Lovers, Ultimate Choice card, the 2 of Cups, and you have the 4 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, you've got that 7 of Swords. I think that's the person that you're rejecting. I think you're making the choice to reject them, and I believe that you are moving on from this person. A lot of same repeating cards. 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands. We have the 3 of Swords. I think you're moving in a new direction. Taurus, for some of you, you're married to this person, or you were with that 10 of Pentacles card, but I do see you moving on and entering a new connection this year. So that is what I have for you, Taurus. The more in-depth quarterly reads will be made available to members of the Time Travelers program. If you're not sure what that is, there's information about it in the description box. But this is what I have for you, a little sneak peek for the year ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.